A look back and a look ahead. All this week, we are remembering the 8 victims as we update the legal case against the suspect and look at anti-Asian violence in this country that has only continued even as people of goodwill fight it with renewed commitment. John Schierick brings into focus where we are now through the lens of that horrific day.
At first that afternoon, all anyone knew
we heard another gunshot
was that someone had walked through a spa.
That's when I dove and hid behind the bed.
Young's Asian Massage in Ackworth in Cherokee County.
I saw her fall.
And was shooting people.
That was like, wow, I'm about to die.
Then, less than an hour later, miles away in Atlanta, in Fulton County.
We just heard numerous gunshots.
More gunfire, more people shot at 2 more spas, Gold Spa.
3 people shot.
And across the street,
1 person shot.
Aromatherapy Spa. In all, 8 people shot to death at all 3 spas. 6 of those 8 people were women of Asian descent.
We do have an image of who we believe is the suspect.
Police soon knew there was one killer.
He is currently in custody.
A white man they captured that night, 150 miles to the south, while he was driving to Florida to try to shoot more people at more spas. And he confessed.
The defendant's rationale for this crime is sick and twisted.
He claimed that he was ashamed of himself, hated himself, and he claimed that he also blamed others at the spas for his personal failures.
The fact is, there's no one to blame for the defendant's failures and sins but the defendant himself.
He was blaming people he never knew.
小结谈
He never even knew their names.
道有逢
The names of the 8 people he shot and killed.
Delana Young Gonzalez,
On March 16th, 2021,
Paul Michaels,
during his alcohol-fueled rampage,
Sun Chang Park,
he looked into their faces,
Hyung Chang Grant,
mostly faces of Asian women.
Sun Cha Kim,
He aimed the 9mm handgun he just bought that day
Yang E-yu,
and executed them. He also tried to kill a 9th person, Elcias Hernandez Ortiz, shooting him in the face.
I don't recall thinking much after I pulled the trigger.
We heard the gunman Robert Aaron Long in court pleading guilty to the shootings in Cherokee County.
Sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
Long reached a plea deal to avoid the death penalty there. Long said in court that he also meant to kill himself that day for being a frequent customer of the spas, battling sexual obsessions that he could not control, he said, despite extensive therapy.
All of the victims in this case are innocent. Once hatred is given a gun, it doesn't matter who gets in the way.
Cherokee County District Attorney Shannon Wallace was prepared to prosecute Long not only for murder, but also for hate crimes against women.
He wasn't even looking at them as if they're humans. He's treating them as targets.
A case that warrants the ultimate penalty.
Long is still awaiting trial in Fulton County.
We do not have another case with that much loss of life.
Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis is seeking the death penalty, and Willis intends to try Long on hate crimes charges based on the race and sex of the 4 people he killed in Fulton County. No plea deals.
However, I have no intention of removing the death notice.
And a year later, who can say there's yet been any solutions to gun crime and anti-Asian hate crimes, as loved ones of those killed and activists work to prevent a repeat? The next hearing in the court case is scheduled to take place here at the Fulton County Courthouse next month. A trial is possibly years away.